outside, kind of around the festival feast that's set up.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the barkeep, and I'm gonna kind of lean over, and I'm gonna be like, so, how much would it cost me to buy everyone here around? Of your finest ale.
He kind of looks at you, and he says, "Well, it was gonna be free until you said finest. But if I gotta break out the good stuff, I say it'll cost you 50 gold."
Jesus. What about your next finest ale?
Oh,
You're off-brand
cheapskate.
stuff.
I guess that what they say about dwarves is true. The next finest ale will run you 10 gold pieces for everyone in the house.
All right. And I shout heartily. I say, "A round for everyone." And I say, compliments of the adventurers of the Everflame.
Everyone sort of like throws their mugs up and cheers, and
Including
you
me.
get like
And I'm like, I thought
20
they were giving
points
us
of
drinks
bludgeoning
for
damage
free.
from people patting you on the back really hard. And then you fall unconscious.
I take my hat off and I put it on the
Bar.
I put it on the bar, and I start to drinking. It's Lemnisket's intention to get pretty sloshed.
All right.
Nice.
Hey, Jason,
Yes.
can I do a local roll check to see if I see that wizard that we know set up that orc thing in the forest?
Yes.
Okay. For 2 reasons. A, I know that Nomal wants to punch him in the face. And 2, I want to see if he knows anything about this supposedly magical stick that I picked up that cost me a second chance.
Okay.
Yeah. And me.
And Tiger Lily. And
Yeah,
Tiger
and
Lily.
Tiger Lily.
Ah, the fucker.
You are able to seek out, the town wizard and mystic, whose name is Holgast.
Orgast.
Holgast.
Hole, with an L.
Hole. With a hole.
Holgast. And you find him kind of having a merry time with a kind of small glass of wine, enjoying himself outside in sort of the town square.
What are you gonna tell me first? Emily.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm gonna tell you after he tells me information that I may want to know.
Okay. Just in case I accidentally murder him.
So I go up, yeah. So I go up to him and I approach him and I was like, "Hey there, Holgast. I found this stick on our journey and I was wondering if you could tell me anything about it. It seems to be magical, but I don't know much about it."
He turns around and gets a big sort of grin on his face, and he goes, "Oh, the Orc Slayer's return!" And he snatches up the wand and sort of gives it a look, and he says, "It'd be my pleasure for the young heroes." And he looks at it for a little bit, and he says, "Well, I reckon this looks like a wand that may fire magic missiles,
Ooh.
and it seems like it might have 7 uses left."
Magic missiles. Okay, thanks, Holgast. So you just enjoy your wine there, and I'm gonna go talk to my friend over there. Thank you. Have a good day.
I'm getting excited.
And I walk over to.
Uh-oh. Did we lose
Walk
her?
over to cut off.
Got cut off.
Damn.
Skype, why are you being so Skypey today?
Skype's really Skyping the Skype today.
Damn.
Nami. Nom nom.
You're still eating yours? I ate mine a long time ago. Oh man.
That's
I gotta
how
do a lot
we
more
are
talking than
too.
you.
That's how we are. That's how we are too, Rachel. Like we'll sit down to eat food, and Wes will look at it like for 30 minutes, and he won't eat it. But I'm like done before
Yeah.
he gets started.
That's how Jay and I are too. Slowest eaters in the world.
All right, Emily, are you there?
Yeah, I'm actually on my phone, so this might work better.
Yes, it's better.
Okay.
Although your audio just about scared the balls off all of us.
Yeah. And I don't even have any balls.
By the way, and this is something a lot of people don't know about Skype, and I've recently found this out. You first join a call, Skype tries to auto detect what your audio levels should be. So like when you first join a call, it's important that you talk, but you talk very normal. Because it'll basically tell the audio, it'll tell Skype what audio level you need to be at. You're not too loud, not too soft.
Makes sense.
I was just so excited.
Alright, so we're good. Yes, this actually...
Okay, cool. Well, did Nomal get my subtle drop by that was the wizard guy over there?
That's where you got cut off as you were walking up to me. So
Okay.
I guess
Well,
you passed that information on.
yeah, I'm like, hey, dude, he's over there. If you wanna.
Oh, good. And I set my beer down because I'm sitting at the bar. I set my beer down and take a nice little saunter over to him.
Mm-hmm.
And just square up to him and knock him in the jaw. Do I need to roll for that?
Let's see it.
What is it?
You crit him.
It'll just be a D20 plus your melee attack modifier.
Twilight 4. Oh shit.
In your drunkenness, you kind of like wheel over the top of him and don't really hit him. He doesn't even notice as he sips his wine.
So go back with your other hand. You went after with one, so get with the other.
Sorry, McKinley is like murder screaming in there. He scared the shit out of me. Yeah, daddy. Oh. Mom's worst nightmare. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, I just pretend I wasn't doing anything and walk away.
Red in the face.
When I'm at the bar drinking here, I guess I'm on my second drink now. That
Second pint.
Yeah, that Limniscate gave me. Can I look around to see if there's anything interesting around me, like anybody with something of interest that might be worth taking?
I mean, there are a number of people here who seem to have coin purses, things like that. I mean, no one's wearing Mithril +5 armor or anything, but there's a couple of bulging coin sacks that you can fondle if you want to.
No, not interested. I'll just keep drinking. Thanks.
What happened? I'm sorry, I had to get up. What happened with you?
Oh, I totes missed. I came up and I rolled a 6, and I swung over him, and so I just kept walking like I didn't do anything.
Save.
I'm going to pull out that play school xylophone that I had back in the forest.
Yeah.
And I'm going to drunkenly play a couple, victory tunes.
All right.
I'm gonna sing with you.
Oh man.
Both of you roll perform checks.
Oh, good lord.
Have a
Yes, 1.
Oh, you actually have enough charisma to get a 1 out of your perform. Nice.
It's a D20.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
So you strike up a little xylophone tune, and Nummel just like caterwauls off key.
Oh yeah, we fought some bad
People
guys.
are kind of like, sort of shakily clapping and shooting her kind of weird glances.
And that wizard guy is an asshole.
So the night kind of goes on, and the festival kind of keeps up, and sort of different things happen. And some people do some shows, and there's juggling and stuff like that. And maybe around 10 or 11, some town guards start like moving through the crowd, and before they get to you guys, you hear them. They're asking around for where the young heroes are. Should I know a Baggins? But I know a Baggins.
Okay, so they're just like asking for the heroes and stuff.
But yeah, you guys
Well,
see them.
partook.
You're aware of them looking for you before they find you. So
I'm gonna act like I'm looking around. Like, I wonder where they are.
I'm gonna disguise myself as a child, like a human child.
do it.
Okay, because I have that ability, disguise. So, okay, I wanted to ask though before we continue, before I forgot. Really? That's all? Well, I should have looked at that when I added that. Wait, okay. Remember I added disguise earlier? You remember that, right, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, so now it doesn't give me my ranks in it. It just gives me, at least on that page, like it just says my charisma. Did I not pick disguise?
I can't remember if
I
you did
thought
or
I
not.
did. Well, skip it. Yeah. But okay, the mayor said we were gonna have to meet him later.
Yeah, I
right?
think that's what they're just looking for.
Yeah. So I changed my mind. In my drunkenness, I realized again I have really bad ideas. So I'm like, I'm right here. Hey, yo, I'm a hero. And then I like point at Mumnesket. That guy there too. Yeah, the ugly little dwarf dude. Yeah, that's him too.
Hey, my charisma, okay, is a 14. I am a handsome-looking dwarf. All right, even by halfling standards.
Yeah, but what's your sexy modifier?
That's right.
+2.
Rolls
No,
1.
I was gonna say I'm drunk,
You
so I
fumbled?
don't know.
I pick up my hat, put it on my head, and said, "What do you need?"
The guards say the mayor has requested your presence immediately.
Immediately? Can we finish our drinks?
I finished mine. Like, I take my hat off and I put my hat back on, slam the mug on the barkeep's table, and I walk to the door. And let's say, "Let's go." Partially.
Okay.
Let's go.
Get your sea legs on.
I finished my drink as well, and I follow. A little grumpily because I was having a good time.
A little
And
grumpily.
this is something a bard would.
Yeah.
So you guys get ushered out of the bar and kind of back through the streets of the town away from the festival until you kind of go a couple of blocks and come to a somewhat larger, nicer looking house. That's the mayor's manor. And a doorman kind of shows you guys in and points you to a study that's basically just lit by a fireplace with all sorts of books on the walls and several chairs set up. And though he's not facing you, you can tell the mayor sitting in a chair in front of the fire due to his girth.
Oh, yeah.
And he kind of
Which are we looking? What girth are we looking at?
his abdominal girth,
Mm.
not his sub-abdominal girth.
Thank goodness.
And he doesn't turn around to greet you guys, but he sort of gruffly says, quickly pull up a chair. We have much to talk about.
Are there enough chairs for everybody to sit down?
Yeah.
I kind of slosh into it.
I sit on the floor.
I kind of
RP
fall
points.
on the floor.
I pee in the corner. Just kidding. Totally kidding.
I mean, you can if you want to.
As I sit down, I do say, you'll have to excuse us. We have been celebrating our conquest of the evil that rested in the crypt.
He sort of like
Pin?
yeah, I was typing about that. He's sitting there and he's holding an open letter in his hand, and he sort of turns to you with a worried look in his face, and he says, "Can you show me the medallion that you found again?"
And then I'm like, so, but you're not gonna do that thing like you did earlier, like I showed it to you before and you freaked the fuck out. You gonna stay chill? Are we good? And what does he say?
He looks up a little bit and he says, "Will the soberest one among you please show me the medallion?"
All of us just look at each other like,
And so I kind of sit up and I go, okay, sorry about that. I had a little too much of the old Toby a little bit ago.
You
So,
were drinking that smoke.
you don't know if I was smoking. I don't have to tell the DM everything I do. And so I go and I, thanks.
The house collapses.
everyone dies.
So I take a deep breath and, okay, so I'm like, I have to hand you this medallion, but I also would like to hand you something else as well while it's on my mind before my drunken state, also semi-high state, I guess, makes me forget. I have this handbill. I will give you both, and maybe you can tell me what these items are.
So he takes the medallion from you and kind of brushes his hand at the handbill, and he's like, "I don't want it. This is
Oh.
not important now that this medallion has been revealed."
Oh, okay.
And he sort of very worriedly looks it over and then gets up and sits it on the mantelpiece. And he says, "I don't think the break-in at the tomb or the presence of the animated undead are coincidences, especially since the grim news I got this morning." And he kind of looks at this letter and he says, "This is a notice of a death of an old professor of mine." And he sort of kind of you can't tell if he's gonna cry or if he's just got this really worried face, but he goes on. He says, "When I was younger, I went to the University of Lepidstadt in the north, in Ustalav, and studied under a professor named Petros Lorimor. And he devoted basically his entire life to the study of evil. And he thought that in order to combat it, you must learn about it. So he came in contact with a lot of unsavory aspects during the time that he was teaching me. And I've just been notified that he's passed away. And at any other time, I would think this would just be a sad thing that occurred. But the presence of this amulet greatly worries me." And he pauses and he's like, "I didn't know very much about this organization, but I know it's a very powerful cult that he studied for a while and was not on the good side of. And he has, for some reason I don't understand, named me in his will and has beckoned me to come up there." And he sort of, yeah. Actually, I'll slide the thing over to the big map. See if you guys can find it. And then I'll move your ribbon too.
Yay, move the ribbon! Get to move the ribbon, everyone.
Oh God, the ribbon.
He like kind of saunters over to a small writing table and pours himself a glass of brandy and takes a big gulp of it. And he says, "I have no desire at all to ever set foot back in that damn forsaken undead realm. And yet I've been summoned to, the reading of his will and his funeral." And so he kind of like looks back at you guys and he says, "I'll be frank, and I'm sure you can tell that I'm completely gripped with terror about this, and I will not go. But if you will go in my stead and see whatever the hell it is the professor wanted me to do and appease his family, I will let you have whatever he bequeaths me in his will." And he sort of says, "It would look poorly that I don't come, but it would look even worse if I don't come and don't send anybody in my stead."
I'm gonna say, would you be willing to send us as official in an official capacity? That way, when we go there, if the party decides to go there, we'd be able to talk in your stead as your official representative, rather than just people who went along the way.
He snaps to someone who's standing outside the study, and a servant comes in with a piece of parchment, and he says, "I've drawn up legal papers to basically make you the beneficiaries of whatever it is that he wants to bequeath to me, and it would officially be yours, and you'd be named as my representatives there." And he says, "I'm also willing to completely pay for the journey and any supplies you'll need, but I will not go back to that place."
Why are you so afraid of it?
"I saw unnatural things and undead things, and that was the reason for me leaving the university, and I have no desire to risk my life or my soul and my body to go back. People that die there tend to not stay dead."
Okay.
Well, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's totally go do this. I'm ready for like round 2 after almost dying, but I would really appreciate it if you tell us if there's like anything, if there's some particular things we need to like bring with us, maybe that might help us against the dead, because I've seen the dead for, let's see, how many times did I die? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 times. So, like, you got to aid us a little bit on this. And, I mean, but yeah, I'm cool with it.
I kind of look at the rest of the party, and I kind of like, I give them kind of like this look like, what do you guys think? He's already, like, Tiger Lily's already piped up, but I'm kind of waiting.
I'm okay with it, especially since he's footing the bill for it, and we can get whatever we need to get it done.
I say,
Yeah, okay.
Ding-a-ling ding.
As long as she says that, after she says that, I say, I think the party agrees that we will do this for you. But yeah, I think we'll do this for you.
He says, "Very well." And he lays the paper out and asks all of you to sign your consent to be the beneficiaries of the will. The beneficiaries of the will.
I
don't know if there's a word for that.
I sign.
Roger Elizabeth Debris.
Okay, and I'll sign as well. It doesn't look as pretty and nice as it usually does, but I've never had nice handwriting, so I don't really care.
Do I know how to write my name?
No.
Shit balls.
Just make
Can
a
I
mark.
write an X?
You can make whatever mark you want to.
I'm gonna draw a smiley face. Just kidding.
So I walk up and I sign it also.
So after you sign it, he says, "Very well." Takes it, waves it to like dry the ink, and folds it up and puts it in an envelope and seals the envelope with his seal. And he says, "There is a barge leaving for the lake tomorrow, which I booked passage for you on. And just to recap, the town of Cassin is on a river that kind of goes on the north border of Nermathis, and the river flows to the east to Lake in Carthan, and then via the lake."
Can somebody ping it? I am not seeing.
I see it in
Okay, so the
Cartham.
town is here about,
Oh, okay. Okay, I see it.
and then you'll go down that river up the lake, and then Ustalav is up here.
And what town? It was Artist that we have to go to?
Ustalav.
He says
Oh, yeah.
the town is a small farming community called Ravengro, and it is. He sort of taps the map he has on the wall, and it's kind of right about there.
So
He says he's booked travel for you guys on a ship to head up the shore of the lake, all the way to the capital of Caliphus, and then from there you must purchase any overland travel arrangements that you see fit to travel the rest of the way.
Will you compensate for us for that?
Absolutely.
Cool.
He says he's got a contact in the city who he does business with a lot, and he hands you a voucher. And he says, "Present this to my contact, whose name is, I don't know, Draven."
Raven. Sounds good.
And
I don't know.
he says it will call in some favors, and you'll be able to basically acquire most of the equipment you'll need to make that land journey.
Cool. And we need to make that contact at Caliphus?
Yeah.
Alright, when is the official reading of the will?
The reading of the will is it's going to be in like X number of days it takes you to get there.
Okay.
He says they're basically waiting. He knows that the daughter will probably hold off on the reading and the burial until at least some people show up. He says that he fears that it's unlikely that any of the other students who might have been named in the will would show, because they've all had the shit scared out of them by past events that have happened in Ustalav. But there are magical ways of preserving the body and stuff like that before the burial. So he feels like you have several weeks worth of travel to get there, and it should still be fine. And he's going to send a raven as soon as you guys have all agreed to, basically say what's going on and that they should hold off on the reading and the the burial and all those ceremonies until you get there to represent them.
Cool.
All right.
Cool. Can I do like a... Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, go for it.
Can I do like a perception check of this room and see if there's something neat in it?
Sure.
Okay. 20.
You look around, you see a lot of old books that look pretty boring to you.
Of course.
I'm
drunk.
There's a large map on the wall that kind of basically shows. It's basically the map that I've got you guys on right now, and it shows this area of Galarian. There's a large picture of the mayor himself above the fireplace, And in the picture, he is leaning on a fireplace. And then he's got a roll top desk with a decanter of brandy and some glasses and stuff that he had gone over to earlier to drink from. And then some nice but worn chairs that you all are sitting in, except for Nomal.
Oh, when did I get in a chair?
Okay, and you. I forgot.
Oh, whoa, awesome. Okay, I'm not taking anything then. If I'm in a chair now and I didn't even know it.
I say I think we've got all the information we need. I guess we'll head out on the morrow. On the morrow.
Another motto.
Shall we rest before we go?
Yees.
Where can we stay, Mr. Merriman?
He says he's made up some rooms that you may use.
In his house.
Yeah.
Dang.
He's very
Nice.
interested in keeping you guys happy. to do
Oh.
this.
Can
Well,
I
better be.
can I do a sense motive check on this guy?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that I'm drunk or if I don't fully trust him entirely. I don't have the best sense of motive, but I'll never know.
You think that he is terrified and sincere.
Okay.
I think I'm happy with this. I guess I say, see me to my room, please. I'm ready to rest.
Can he bring that bottle of brandy with him when he takes us to our room? Is that out of the question?
He says he'll have a servant escort you to your rooms, and another will bring up brandy. But he advises you not to imbibe much more, as you have an early start in the morning.
Who cares about your opinion anyways, right?
That's right.
Meh.
Meh. Okay. I'm good.
Okay,
Cool.
so a nice young servant comes and shows you all. You each have your own little stateroom where you may comfortably catch some Z's until tomorrow.
Cool.
Alright, I go to sleep.
So,
Anything happen overnight?
is everybody going to sleep?
Well, I'm going to
Okay.
take a shot of the brandy, which again, it better be a human, like man shot, not a hobbit shot, okay?
Not a thimble with brandy. in it?
No, yeah, not a thimble. We're not doing they on the Hobbit when they give Gandalf his wine, the small glass. No, we're doing a real glass, real glass. Okay. So I go and I take a swig of that, and then I kind of look around the room. Do I see anything cool, or is it just a basic?
In your room, there's some nice furniture, but other than that, it's really just kind of an obvious guest room.
Okay,
There's
so I'm a
there's
little.
a thin layer of dust on everything. Like they don't. It's obviously just set aside for when he needs people to stay over.
Okay, so since I'm feeling good and stuff, drinking and all that, I'll go ahead and take one more, well, I say one more, probably it'll be like 4 or 5 more puffs of my old Toby, and then I go to bed.
I'm going to, I don't know how they do baths in this town, but I'm going to get a good bath and get the lice out of my hair, I hope.
Oh, yeah, same here. I'm gonna get a bath.
I hope I took a bath, but I don't remember.
You didn't take a
Nasty.
bath if you didn't say you took a bath.
nasty hobbitses.
Okay,
I took a bath also. I didn't have lice, but we were in there for quite a while. So
Yeah, probably. Unless you're bathing in the holy
Covered
water.
in bone meal and stuff.
yeah, I had a whole bunch of bones pile up on me.
She got boned.
So everyone, I guess, except for the halfling who's passed out, gathers the attention of a servant, and they show you 2 private. where not only clean water but hot water is given to you for baths.
All right.
And the finest mediocre soap that the mayor has to offer.
Just gets clean. He
I'm
diddles
going to
himself
take.
a little bit.
I'm going to take a bath in the morning when I wake up. That's if I wake up, okay?
So she was gonna be a zombie before, but now she's just gonna maybe wake up dead because of alcohol poisoning.
You wake up dead.
Oh, great.
So the three
With
of you go to
5 for
bed
after that.
clean and wake up early in the morning. And Tiger Lily has time for a quick bath before you guys have to set out.
Shazam! Told you I could hold my liquor.
So you guys have in your possession the voucher and the sort of beneficiary papers to take with you. And the mayor kind of bids you all good luck and farewell before you head down to the dock on the river to get out of here.
Okay.
So is there any last stuff you wish to do?
I think I'm gonna wait till we get to Caliphus before I try to sell the stuff that we got from the crypt. I think we may have a better. It's a bigger city. There's gonna be more places to shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah, because I was going to buy some stuff, but I agree with that. I guess, and I took so long in the bath. I guess, yeah, I wouldn't